Professional approach shots. As your golf skills improve, the precision of your approach shots and chips around the green becomes increasingly important, especially for shots within several tens of yards to the hole. To avoid missing approach shots like a professional, you need to understand the behavior of the club head and the ball during approach shots. We will explain this in detail, so please use it as a reference for your own approach shots. When the turf is in good condition and the ball is floating above the ground, the landing point of the club head can vary from front to back, making it less likely for miss hits even when making contact with the ball. When the turf is thin, the landing point of the club head can vary front and back, causing miss hits like tops or duffs. In addition, when the ground beneath the turf is hard or it's a bare ground, if the club head lands in front of the ball, it becomes a topped shot instead of a duff shot. At this time, the club head accelerates and the ball comes out with a strong force. Moving back and forth around the green is caused by this type of miss hit. To reduce the number of missed approach shots, you need to know the optimal trajectory and lowest point of the club head. Approach shots basically use approach wedges and sand wedges. Compared to middle irons, long irons and wood clubs, the shafts of these wedges are shorter and the heads are heavier. If the shaft is long, the angle of incidence is gentle, so the tolerance range of the impact zone is wide. If the shaft is short, the angle of incidence becomes steep and the tolerance range becomes narrow. When making an approach shot like a normal shot, the landing point of the club head tends to be slightly in front of the ball. This is because the shaft is short and heavy, causing the club head to fall earlier than expected. In particular, as you can imagine, in a sweep shot there will be many missed shots. When the turf is in good condition and the ball is floating above the ground, there are fewer mistakes in approach shots. This is because there is space underneath the ball, creating a pathway for the club head, which widens the contact point's tolerance range. In the case approach shots with thin turf, there is almost no tolerance range for contact points with the ball because there is no pathway for the club head to pass and it hits the ground. Thus, with a narrow tolerance range of contact points, approach shots with clubs like approach wedges or sand wedges require greater accuracy compared to shots from other clubs. In general, there is advice for approach shots such as having a compact swing, stiffening the wrist, etc. But there is something more important than that. You should focus on the lowest point of the club head in the direction of the target from the ball. Many amateur golfers think that the lowest point of the club head is directly under the ball. However, this can lead to poor ball contact. The contact point of the ball is acceptable from around the equator of the ball to the bottom of the ball. To make this contact point possible, the lowest point of the club head needs to be in the direction of the target from the ball. Amateur golfers should aim for a margin of about 1 inch, while professionals aim for more than 4 inches. If the club head's lowest point is appropriate after the ball flies, the club head will start to dig into the ground, giving a sensation similar to a duff shot. However, in reality it's actually a good shot. This is an approach shot of a professional golfer. In this way, if the lowest point of the club head is appropriate, the tolerance range of ball contact becomes wider. Instead of focusing on hitting the ball, focus on the lowest point of the club head and make your approach shot. Even if the shot lacks a little accuracy, it will not become a big missed shot. With this, you will be able to cope with thin turf or soft turf where the ball sinks. Previously, when Tiger Woods returned to the tour, he repeatedly missed his approach shots. There is an anecdote that in response to a golf reporter's question, "Isn't Tiger having yips in his approach shots?" Tiger Woods replied, "I'm just looking for the lowest point of the club head." For those struggling with approach shots, please use this as a reference. The path taken by the club head from an overhead view is also important. Golfers who usually swing with an inside out on their regular shots are more likely to miss the shank if they try to use the same approach shot. It's better to use a straight shot with an inside-in path or a slice shot with an outside-in path to minimize mistakes. With these shots you can stop the ball on the green. When viewing the club head position in the top position from behind, it will be outside the target line. It is not recommended to pull the club head inside at the start of the backswing.